But listen, y'all, sometimes you got to go through some stuff to get to some stuff. Let me see if I can help it to live. Some time ago, I had to preach down in Atlanta, Georgia. And I drove from Winston-Salem to Atlanta, which is about a 5-hour drive. Got there about 11:30 at night. Don't you know, I checked in the hotel. They gave me my key, went up to my room, prepared for bed. I noticed that the room was a little warm. So I went over to turn on the air conditioner, and the air wouldn't come on. So, you know, I called downstairs. I said, listen, the air is not working. He said, sir, let me send somebody right up there to look at it for you. Don't you know, 10 minutes later, heard a knock at the door. Opened the door, a little boy came in. He started working on the air. He could never get that thing to come on. He turned around later. He said, sir, your air is not working. I said, man, I told y'all that 20 minutes ago. He said, we got to move you to another room. So he loaded me up, took me to another room, and checked in that room. And the first thing I did was check the air, and it was working. Don't you know? Got ready for bed, laid down in the bed, picked up the remote control, pushed the power button, and doggone the television wouldn't come on. This time I'm real hot now. I ain't talking about physically hot, but I'm hot. So I called downstairs. I said, listen, I'm checking out because nothing in your hotel works. He said, sir, just stay right there. I'm going to send somebody right up there to look at it for you. 10 minutes later, I heard a knock at the door. Opened the door, and I knew I was in trouble when the same little boy that tried to fix the air was there to fix the TV. He tried to work with that television, could never get it fixed. So I called, I told him, I said, listen, man, I'm checking out. He said, no, sir, please don't leave. He said, he told me to call back downstairs. He called back downstairs. They were telling him to take me to another room. I was telling him I was going to check out. And don't you know, he hung up. And he said, sir, he told me to load you up and take you to one more room. This time, y'all, when we got on the elevator, they pushed one of them high numbers. We went past the 10th floor, past the 12th floor, past the 15th floor, got all the way up there to the 19th floor. Walked off the elevator, I saw this room with this big word on it called concierge. Got to the room, he put the key in, opened the door, and I saw a room twice the size of the other 2 rooms I just left. Looked over, I had my own couch, I had my own refrigerator, I had my own sink, had my own living room, went down the hall, I had a king-size bed with curtains that hung from the ceiling to the floor. I went in the bathroom, y'all, and guess what? I had my own jacuzzi. I said, sir, what is this? He said, after all you've been through, we decided to upgrade you from a regular room to the penthouse. Slap your neighbor 5 and say, neighbor, I'm due for an upgrade because I've been through some stuff, but God is taking me to some stuff. Oh, God. Y'all take your seats. I ain't got that much longer.